Yeah, we're ready.
Ready to go. What's happening, everybody? It's Ike from Flipside Music, and I am here with
Dylan,
who's also from Flipside Music, if you didn't know that.
also.
And welcome to What the F.A.Q, What the F.A.Q, episode
13, season 2.
13, season 2. It goes by so fast. I remember when we first started this.
It does, yeah. The weeks just kind of melt
We were
away.
just wee little lads talking shit.
Yeah, what would
such.
this be, our 65th episode?
I think so,
Somewhere in
yeah.
there.
Bestowing knowledge across the lands, over the shires and the hills.
Through the interwebs.
Yes. All you people getting educated.
Yeah.
Feel pretty good about it.
Yeah, education.
We're elevating.
Yeah, we're creating a better, more educated consumer.
Better, stronger, faster. All right. Well, let's get right into it. For those of you guys that don't know, weekly show, questions we answer.
Yeah.
Sometimes good answers, sometimes not so good answers.
Yeah.
I think.
And for the first question, you'll have to go back and watch the last two because Driddle has had an ongoing saga.
Is this another capacitor or another tone block?
He was commenting more on this one, but I think we could still help narrow the field for him a bit. Because apparently he's still just having really bad noise issues with this one, and it's still just too bright compared to his other guitars. If that's the case,
I think you should just move.
yeah, it's Montana. Montana
Clearly,
air
yes.
doesn't agree with your guitar.
Clearly, wherever you live is having a non-functional feng shui, musical feng shui is not happening, and you should probably just move.
Yep, that would take care of it.
If that's an option. I don't put anybody out. Just saying. I had that problem once.
Yeah.
Had a guitar, wouldn't play right. I moved out of that fucking place. Right out of that shithole. And I got another place, and it was great. It's a true story.
All right, yeah, it works. Yeah.
True story. Little known.
Little, yeah, it's
very
all
little
about
known.
yeah, it's all about the environment that the guitar lives in.
Right. Sometimes it happens. That's the
happy.
thing. It could be exactly.
But yeah, I mean, if that's the
Takes
case,
a village
it takes a village to raise a guitar.
Okay. This is how it's gonna be.
He said that the
What's the
noise,
question?
that the noise is just more present with his. So he said turning down the tone seems to make the noise go away. So that leads me personally to believe he has some kind of frequency that is not agreeing, like something about either the pickup or whatever the pickup and or guitar is emphasizing is a bad frequency that he's getting too much of. Because like if turning the tone knob, that's usually you're pulling down some of the treble, pushing up the mid. So
Maybe
something in his.
What about an EQ and?
Well, that's what I was thinking. Like maybe it's either something to pull down, like maybe the extra highs, like the stuff past like 8K, turning that down, or I don't know, because it's like I imagine he's running a lot of gain. It's a bright guitar.
What it seems like.
Yeah, it's a bright guitar, and the tone knob is causing the noise to go away, which leads me to believe it's more of a frequency problem than just a straight up noise issue.
Could be.
I don't know. I might be wrong, but yeah, it sounds like more of a
Without
frequency.
it in front of us, it's kind of tough to
Right.
kind of be able to diagnose what the.
Right. But it sounds like you got a frequency in there running amok that obviously the tone knob is affecting. Could even replace that. Maybe your tone knob's bad. I don't know. I mean, if something's noisy there, yeah.
Because I don't remember the whole history of
Well, basically,
this saga.
he got like
I do, but I don't. Like I don't
Yeah.
know if are all the pots new? Is everything all right?
Well, he'd done the rewire, yeah, like 3 times, but he'd rewired it basically back. I thought he was trying to restore it back to stock, essentially. It came out being really noisy, so he shielded it. Then he did it again. It was still noisy and still too bright, so then he switched from the 500K to the 250K.
to kind of lower it back.
But I don't know that he did it on both. And it's like there could just be even a faulty part in there. I don't know with the tone knob now affecting it. Like I said, it's either maybe a faulty tone knob or, like I said, you've got some frequency that the pickups are overemphasized. Because I actually get pickles. I get a bad squeal with a lot of gain. And something about those pickups that doesn't agree with a certain frequency. Whereas like if I'm in a bigger room, just that alone can do.
That's kind of what I said last week.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the room.
Right.
Maybe the room has something to do with it as well.
Yeah. That's why you suggested he move.
Right. See? There is a method to my shit. I still think maybe you should move.
Yeah.
Well, you know, would you say that they, you know, he blocked it out first or what?
Well, he basically tried to restore all the wiring and the pickups to stock. It was too noisy, so then he shielded it, and it's still now. He was still saying it was too bright, and he's still getting a weird.
Maybe
noise.
it needs to just be homeschooled. Now that it's been shielded, maybe you need some homeschooling.
Yeah, you have a. You have a very sensitive guitar.
I don't know. Like I said, maybe the room. That's why I was going with the room stuff. But yeah, maybe there's a bad pot in there.
Yeah, or like I said, something about the pickup overemphasizing a bad
a certain frequency,
yeah.
And that's what's making it go crazy.
Something.
A little haywire. So,
yeah. So hopefully that helps Driddle.
Hopefully.
Driddle's ongoing saga. Camp Buzzo.
Hey, Camp Buzzo. That's a new kind of name.
Oddly enough, another pickup question, actually. Any tips for balancing a really muddy neck pickup with a thin bridge pickup? So he's saying the neck is way louder and muddier than the bridge.
So I think big thing I would do first is lower the pickup.
Yeah, try to see if you can
balance out the volume on there.
Especially if the outputs of either one is different.
Yeah,
like
I mean that's what it seemed. That's the way I'm reading it.
Well, I mean even like if it goes even further, that like the neck pickup tends to be like a really hot pickup. What?
Turn that shitting thing on.
Oh, okay, I'll get it.
Hang on 1 second. Sorry, we got that stupid thing that's
whirling doohickey.
Right. Well, I could change the button. I got a button. So much better.
Actually, it's kind of nice in here. Not having
that stupid thing running. There's a setting in the settings, appropriately enough, that does take out background noise, but we always forget it because we're so used to having that thing running.
It's just part of the shop.
We have 2 humidifiers that run in the shop all the time. Yeah. So I think we just don't
tune it out.
Yeah, we
just like all the guitar players that come through.
It's like everybody else twiddling away. So where were we? Okay, so back to the question.
Yeah, muddy neck.
First thing I would do is lower the pickup for more even volume and see where that puts you. Because that way, at least it's a more equal balance on volume. And then let's see what that neck pickup sounds like.
Yeah, if it's muddy, it's weird. I've had mud from 2 different things. Like if the pickup's hot and it's putting out too much stuff, too much signal, it can get kind of muddy. And then there's the other side where you pulled it too far back and now it sounds too weak, so it sounds muddy. If the pickup's muddy though, I mean,
pickup itself,
yeah, like
just ditch that and find something that's better. Like I have that problem with the I put the Richie Kotzen set in Ruby. Basically my Made in Mexico Telecaster. I love the Chopper T and the bridge sounds amazing, love it. But the neck, the Twang King in the neck is not
what
it's muddy, and I've had confirmation from somebody else who has the same configuration that felt the same way. That it was a little bit. I
wonder if he does like a dramatic EQ shift when he uses his neck pickup or something.
I mean, I'm not doing anything crazy.
Well, no, I know you're not. I'm just saying. I wonder if like if he has certain songs or certain tones, or even like a certain pedal that he's kicking on when he knows he's using them. Because that's something I've done before too. Like if you have a muddy or even a weak neck pickup, like if you have a certain boost pedal that you like that brightens it just a little bit, it's a good one to kick on. And sometimes that can help kind of too. But yeah, if with that one, I mean, sometimes you're like the pickup's just muddy, and that, I mean,
it's just to me that's what it sounds. I haven't messed with it either, so I don't know. But I want to put one of the neck pickups from the ASAC Classic.
Oh, okay, yeah,
for the G&L. That thing just still sounds
right.
I love that pickup. But I would start to go all the way back around. I would start with lowering that pickup and see if you can adjust that volume so it's run smooth, and then see where you are from there. If that is still muddy.
Well, I was gonna say you might even adjust the pull pieces too, just make sure those are all where they should be. If you feel like one spot of the guitar, like the treble side is muddy or the bass side's muddy, you could try to adjust those just to kind of balance it out. And honestly,
if it's an adjustable.
Yeah, and I don't know if everybody does it this way, and I don't even know if it's the right way or not. To balance the output of mine, I'll put like a sound meter on and play each string individually until they're all hitting at about the same dB.
Oh, that's pretty technical. I listen to it and go ding, ding, ding. If it all seems about right.
Well, because there's a few times like I used to do it that way, but then I felt like there were certain things that I was getting too much of, because I feel like your ear hears treble more than it hears bass. So I felt like I was skewing it much more one way than the other. So I don't know. Like I said, I tried it doing that way, and I've actually been pretty happy with how it turned out. And oddly enough, it almost ended up being exactly what the old like Fender, like the weird mountain range type shape to the pole piece. It ended up being that, where you have like the B lower, and then it's kind of a gradual step up to like the D string from E. But anyway, that's how I balance those. I don't know if that's the right way or not. But
and who knows what kind of pickup that is anyway.
Yeah.
All right,
Mr. Coombs.
Moving on to the next question. Ben Coombs, our preferred Canadian retailer who lives somewhere.
YouTuber. We're his retailer.
We're his retailer. He's our YouTuber. Ish.
Although if he keeps making pickups, maybe he'll get to be like our preferred Canadian retailer as well.
Possibly, you know. All right, so Ben asks us, my next question is for next week, which is this week, is do either of you run a stereo rig? And if so, do you prefer to use a similar amp or two different amps to kind of have a different sound?
I do run a stereo rig. Ike is thinking about doing like a mini stereo rig.
Possibly. I don't currently run anything stereo.
Yeah, but you probably could, and you have some good ideas in terms of even two different combos or.
It's more shit to carry.
It is.
That's the problem. I might have a stereo rig at home.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I ain't going anywhere other than that.
That's true. I mean, the genre, I would almost say the genre in a way does define what you can do with that. I mean, if you don't mind moving two combos, I think that's the easiest way to do a stereo rig. But two combos suck, so you should probably just do two cabs and two heads. But
that's not really the question.
I know. I actually do prefer different amps. I could see merits to having similar amps. Like if you want stereo and you want it to be more or less two of the same thing, then but just panned, then that's probably that would be the inclination to have a similar amp for both. But I actually like balancing out like whatever the deficiencies of one amp are versus the other. I like kind of making that up. So having like one amp do its thing and do it, have all the heavy lifting in terms of gain, all that, and then have the other amp that's running clean with most of the effects. Because then you can combine like fuzz with overdrive from the amp, and the two together
could make up a cool combination.
Yeah, it's like because like a nice fuzzed out amp with a nice tight driven amp together is just you can't really beat it, because you get like all that heavy fuzz and stuff that you would normally want, but then you have all those nice mids from the overdriven amp. So the two together, you can still hear yourself, but your sonic space is way bigger. And that would,
that seems reasonable to me.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, like if you're in like a 2-piece or a 3-piece, I think stereo rigs are definitely the way to go, because
you're filling up more space.
Yeah, you're filling up more space. Like especially with two different style amps, it's gonna sound like there's almost two of you up there. Whereas if you have two of the same amp, you do get that same effect of stereo, but like having two different amps, I think is more effective, because like the sum total of the two sounds better than one or the other.
I could subscribe to that.
Yeah.
That's what I would go with. If I was going with a stereo rig, I would probably use two different. Yeah. Just because I would want to have two, like he's kind of almost like there's almost two different people playing.
Right.
I think you want to fill up different spaces, and I think that's the way I would go about it, is having two different amps.
Yeah, because it is like they're basically, then it is two of you playing through two separate rigs at that point. But the two together, especially if you have like even just a delay that goes to both, like even if you don't have all the effects in common, but you have at least a delay going to both, like the space you can take up is just huge, and it'll definitely make you sound like there's more than just you, even in a 2-piece. Like that's kind of why my rig's gotten so huge at different times, is like trying to make up for or even just no other rhythm player at different times. Like trying to make it as big as possible, essentially.
All right. Well, there you go, Ben. Preferred Canadian YouTuber.
Yep. Actually, let me know if you end up doing a stereo rig.
Yeah, we'd like to know.
I'm always up for questions about it, because mine's actually evolving. I should probably do like a video on a stereo rig, I guess. That would be probably a good little series.
Couldn't hurt.
Yeah. Or even actually, I figured it out with the Boss ES8. I actually figured out, like, nobody chimed in on my post So I had to
So you
figure
had to do it
everything.
yourself.
Yeah. So I figured, and I actually figured out some like amazing things with the way you can do like the parallel loops and sending the volume loop is really how you tap into it. But anyway,
Nice.
I think I should do some videos because all the other ones out there suck.
We'll get Dylan to do a video on that.
And the last question is just, and this was actually when I get in the shop a lot, is EQs before or after modulation, delay, or reverb. I mean, I think before usually. Damn it.
We gotta catch that.
I usually think before, but actually my favorite spot for EQs is like the
Explain,
preamp.
right?
No, well, answer it in the middle of the fine.
No, I was just, we'll just
I did.
make. Oh,
That's the other one.
I was like, make it not rain.
Yeah, no, that's what I did.
Like, what are you doing?
Anyway,
What are we talking about?
oh, EQs. Yeah.
Before, I would put it before
Yeah, because usually the delay and reverb should capture like the last
what I want to
Yeah.
sound like, what you want.
right, your
before
final
you go.
tone, and then it kind of adds the space to it.
Right.
And then my other suggestion is always just effects loops, because I think EQs and effects loops, because then you're hitting the power amp and your preamp is actually in front of the EQ, so then you're EQing even further, which is, I mean, I think it sounds more professional in that setting. Like most studio settings, that's where you're gonna put it is in between. Like if you have an effects loop, because then it just you're putting like your final touch on the amp rather than the amp having all the say.
The last,
Yeah.
having the final say.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that's the way I would do it.
And
Effects
then
loop first or before modulation.
right. And then the last part of our video, I figured we just plug all our stuff going on in November.
So November, we got a cool thing happening. Number one, it's my birthday on the 18th of November. I'm turning old.
Old years old.
Old years old, which sucks. But what we're going to do is we're going to give away, should we say it?
Might as well. I mean, it's not like we're not
it's
gonna
like
not
there's
do it.
40
Yeah.
freaking people.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit,
They'll
right?
get like first heads up.
First dibs?
Yeah, first dibs.
Okay, so if you are still here listening, which I know that some of you guys are, we're going to give away a Fender American Performer for my birthday. And we're probably going to give away a couple other things, secondary prizes.
Yeah, like a first tier, second tier, third tier.
Yeah, so we're going to do a Fender American Performer, which is pretty awesome. I mean,
yeah,
that's the shit. That's pretty good, right? $1,100 guitar.
yeah.
Just
Can't
because
beat that,
I'm getting old.
Yeah.
I should be getting old every year. Well, I will be from now on. So we're going to do that. I think we're also going to do like some type of amplifier.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I'm not quite sure what that
Which
is.
one? Yeah.
It might be a Katana. It might be one of the Joyos, which would be it'd actually probably be pretty cool. The Joyos are kind of cool. And then we're gonna do we're gonna have like a 1, 2, 3 tier deal. Third tier will probably be like accessories, maybe swag packs we'll put together. So it's gonna be kind of a cool thing.
Actually,
So we're
yeah, that'd
doing
be cool.
that
Yeah.
for a birthday giveaway deal.
Birthday celebrations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, what the hell?
And then a bunch of other stuff's happening anyway. Well, not a bunch. So two of them are related. The Vola event's sort of separate, but
Yeah, Vola,
around the same time.
So we have solidified a date, and November 9th, which I believe is a Saturday, Friday.
Sweet Jeebus, that's coming up quick. Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost here. We're doing an event with Vola, and it looks like we're going to have David Walleman, who's going to come in and do some wheedlies for you and show you guys some cool stuff with the Volas.
While I'm in the Wheedly.
Yeah, I
Wheedly
believe we have Steve from Boston. If you guys know him, YouTuber. Cool dude. Steve from Boston is going to come out and hang out with us for a while too. Greg from Acacia will be here. Maybe Ryan from our favorite Texas RNA music store,
That'd be sweet. We get to see Ryan.
mom and pop music shop and professional barbecue sauce maker.
And beard
Well,
forgery.
Right. I don't
Or
know.
not forgery. Like he I'm thinking
Forging,
like yeah.
forging more beard.
Yeah. Like he crafts his excess beard turns into other beards for
So like a starter
unbearded Texans.
beard. Right.
Yeah.
So like if you could take a rose thing.
Yeah, for
just
like
grow more beard.
like the Texans that feel like they can't grow real beards. Ryan helps them out, and he grows extra beard for them.
He's like test tube beard guy. He could just start.
Yeah.
He's got like starter beard action.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he germinates the beginning of the beard, and then he passes
And
it
then
off
it goes on
to
Nice.
less fortunate Texans.
Oh, sorry, you can't grow a beard. Here you go. So we're going to do, so that's the Vola event. That's going to be November 9th, right?
So
Is
you
that a
said?
Saturday?
Sure.
Because I got a gig, I think the 8th. I think I'm
Yeah,
playing
it's
the
a
night
busy
before.
thing, and then you're going for your trip shortly after
Yeah,
that.
I think I got a gig on the 8th at Three Kings.
No, Wednesday is the 9th. Or no, wait, that's
No,
this
that's
month.
not
Sorry,
right.
that's this
I was
month.
like, no.
Yeah.
Should be a Saturday.
It is, yeah.
Okay, so Vola event, November 9th, Saturday, probably at like 5.
Honestly, I mean, we will be open, so
We'll be here.
Yeah,
The guys will be
yeah,
here.
you
It'll be
just show,
fun.
yeah, just show
Just
up.
show
and,
up.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll have pizza or something like we did last time, and just show up and hang out, and then stay for the event.
Yeah, it'll be a good time.
Yeah.
I swear it will. And then what else are we doing besides that on November? Nothing.
No, yeah, you already got both together. Yeah, the birthday and the giveaway.
Yeah, so that's what
It's
we
all
got
just
going
time
on.
together. Yeah, it'll be a good week.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
So we will let you guys know a little bit more as we get closer to how to win the guitar and all the prizes stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what we're going to do or how we're going to go about doing it, but we're going to do it.
Yep.
That's it, right?
Yeah, I think
We good?
that's everything.
All right. I think we covered everything for this week. We want to thank you guys for showing up. Hit subscribe if you're new here. Hit the little bell down there if you want to know that when we go live and or next thing. What?
Oh, I was just gonna say we're thinking of trying a new format because everybody seems to be getting questioned out at this point.
Yeah.
I got a lot of comments suggesting that everybody's starting to lack some questions. First, they don't always have to be guitar related. We'll talk about
ask,
anything.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll talk your ear off on any shit you ask me.
And second, we're gonna try a new format where essentially we do slightly shorter FAQs and then we just roll into doing it live. And we're gonna possibly try that in the next couple weeks.
So right now, currently, it's Tuesday morning.
Right.
You're going to see this on Friday.
Right.
But we do it on Tuesday morning because it's just one of the only days that we're here early enough to get it all done.
Right.
And we were thinking that what we would do is we would film, we'd do the FAQ. And then right after that, we would go at maybe about 11 o'clock. We'd do a live thing for about 45 minutes.
Yeah. We're hoping
maybe just talk about the gear, stuff that we got coming up.
Stuff we got coming in the shop, all that stuff, yeah.
And you guys can ask us questions, and we do it for 45 minutes, and then we can be done because we'd have to break everything down and open the door because people are beating the door down.
Yeah.
To get in this.
Actually, we rarely have a morning now without somebody out there knocking. So.
I know. I need my stuff.
Yeah.
So, all right. So that's it. You've been, there's one right there.
Yeah. Speak of the devil.
Right. You guys have been updated. You guys know what's going on. Thank you very much. We appreciate you guys tuning in, and we will catch you on the flip side.
You're on the Dr. Phil show. A problem is that you're into yourself, that you flirt with girls, that you're not plugged into your marriage. You're in the green room hitting on my staff. What the hell are you thinking?